Hello, you absolute self-taught legends. No, I'm not here to grift you and then lose a lawsuit to Billy Mitchell. Today, we are breaking down a video of a self-taught legend in the first of what I hope is many in a series known as On Stage Breakdowns. Come on, join me. Let's get into it. So this video comes from December 26, 2025. This is the Eric Wyatt Quartet. I can only assume that this is some sort of open jazz jam session sort of thing. And we are going to be focusing in on our man on guitar. That is our instrument. Oh, by the way, this is Chesterfield Cat. Say hello, Chesterfield Cat. He's not interested in saying hello, but he is going to be hanging out with us here today on the video. I love you too, buddy. But before the man even gets started, let's just look at this body language. He is so checked out on the song that he's leaning up against the piano. This is subtle, but stuff like this really signals to everyone else on the bandstand, you don't care. You have checked out of this performance. And admittedly, there have been a few times, they've been earned by the people I've done this to, where I have had that level of checkout, although with a lot more preparation. But yes, like you can see this right off the body language. This guy is not a pleasant man to be on the stage with, and it hasn't been a fun session so far. And he's yelled at this guy. He's got the smile and he's looking down. Yeah, you can see the seething.
You fucking solo asshole.
Get out of here. Get out. No one wants you here.
Dude,
leave.
play Spain. None of you can play Spain.
What is that?
I mean, the guy who you might not be able to hear sort of captures this. What does being able to play Spain really mean? Calling out, hey, play Stairway, modulate it up a step and a half. These sorts of exercises are silly, frivolous, but also they turn into a bit of a self-report. And let me explain that real quickly. If you go to any of these jazz open mics, there is a set of songs that most people on the bandstand are at least somewhat conversant with. All of Me, My Funny Valentine, Take the A Train, just to name a few. And if you're up there going like, I don't even know All of Me, but I'm just faking along, that's actually a self-report. You haven't played that much jazz, because if you've ran through chord charts before and done some practice, you probably have played All of Me. I can't do it right off the top of my head, but I have played All of Me enough times that, yeah, I kind of know how it goes. All of me, why not take all of me? Da, 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 da. Like, I understand where we're going. Would that be like, would be like, all of me, why not take all of me? Yeah, like, so anyways, point is, you'd be running through enough of these changes that, like, oh, I've never heard All of Me, but I'm playing right through, is not that much of a brag. That's actually a self-report. Let's keep going here, because the guy's going to have his big outburst here. Let's give him his 15 seconds of fame.
What does that mean? What's going on? What's going on?
Get out of here.
Guys, we're definitely not arguing. Hold up.
You know, I hadn't even noticed this in previous watchings of the video. He's like, oh, I'm following right along. Now, typically, when you would say something like, one, you wouldn't brag that you're following right along, because that kind of, again, is saying, I am hanging on by the skin of my teeth, and I'm doing a hell of a job right now. Can you tell that I don't know what's going on? But I'm still with you somehow. But that typically means you're listening, observing, and engaging with everybody, and still hanging on and being part of the conversation. You shouldn't be bragging about that, but, like, you're doing work. You're doing your job. And if you're really lost in a song, that's the best thing you can do. Pay attention, observe, be engaged, underplay a little bit, slot in. find something. A great strategy here if you really don't know what the chords are. Move to doing 2 and 4 chirps. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. With the exception of exactly one band leader that I have ever played with, no one will complain if you start doing chirps. I did have that one time. That's a whole different anecdote. But the 2 gives you 1. You can look at the bass player's hand. 1, 2. And also, if you go into partials, you might be able to have a larger margin of error. Even if you play an unintentional slash chord, it's going to sound a little more musical. So that's thing 1. But you don't brag about that because you're trying to hide. It's not a good thing that you're underprepared. But certainly you don't brag about it if you are reading. This is like an actor going on stage, going, yo, I don't even know what the hell's going on in this play. And I'm just like totally in it, holding a script on stage. You can see right there, the light comes up on the music stand. The guy's reading charts to get through this. He's not even thinking intuitively, that's a 1, 6, 2, 5. Oh, there's the 2, 5, 1. You know, that sort of thing. He is reading. He's comping.
Your voice is way too loud for whatever's happening right now.
Please, yo, my man, come here. Come here.
As a loud-voiced American, I very much take offense to someone coming up and telling him his voice is too loud. His voice is perfect, and it shines like the sun.
You know who you're talking to? A self-taught fucking legend.
Language, pal! Yeah, okay, so anyways.
We're not doing that on
I've never heard any of these
We're not
songs. I
doing
can play
this on the
right
stage,
fucking
man. Calm the
along.
fuck down, bro.
And none of you can play Spain.
So much
and I can
language.
play
I'm so
perfectly.
sorry, everyone.
Okay.
Let's play Spain. No,
I think we should play Spain so we can play.
Yeah, we fucking should.
Yo.
It is honestly a shame that the band did not know this song Spain well enough to embarrass this man, because I can guarantee you that's exactly what would have happened. They would have given him his big moment. They would have said, turn it up, pal. And the guy is playing through a Washburn, I think. I'm like looking at that headstock. I'm struggling a little bit. I can tell you what it's not, but I can't quite tell you what it is. My gut's saying Washburn, because I'm looking at this guy. This seems like metal guy who has maybe learned some jazz chords at this point. He's not necessarily super passionate about the genre yet, based off of the guitar, and uses that guitar for other purposes. This is not going to go well. Also, why do you need a tone knob on your acoustic? Like, what is that for? A whole different ball of wax. Let's get into this. Let's get into this actual video. Let's try to find a little bit of our man doing his thing and see if anything. All right, here we go. We got solo. It's your big moment, my man. That's it. Okay, so this would be a thing where if you were a self-taught legend, you would be able to hold down the fort on what is a basic jazz blues progression here, right? Like we're just doing, I think that's a 2. I heard like a tritone sub, yeah, 2, flat 2, 1, like bum, 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 back to the 1. This is gonna be a good test for him because. Now, let me be clear. There's one scenario where cutting out, if you're about to take a lead next, would actually be a nice stylistic choice. And that is cut out, let the rest of the band do the accompaniment, and pay attention to what that guy's playing so that you can engage with it in your next solo or in your solo and basically almost kind of turn it into a conversation between that first solo, because now you've opened up a few options, right? That third player, that third soloist now has the ability to engage with your text and the original text, and you guys can start turning the solo into a big conversation, and that starts turning into, Lord help us, music, because it sounds like all the players are engaging with each other and conversing. There's a reason you might completely drop out and stop doing work actively. It's because you're doing work to do work, if that makes sense. You are observing so that your work next can be better. But I guarantee you, this guy's going to come in here. I have not even seen this clip. We are starting dead in the middle. I'm just calling my shot right now. He's going to go for some fast lick right out the chute because he needs everyone to know he's God's gift. Go. Oh, that hurt. He thought it was his chance to go, and then the horn player came in and cut him off. That is rough, because body language-wise, I certainly read this. I mean, obviously, some of this is that guy's own ego, but I certainly read this like he was about to go up next. Let's see what happens. All right. Here comes our self-call legend. Okay, so this is right in this really disastrous range of not quite bad, but not quite good. And I think we can really psychoanalyze how this man arrived to the point where he thinks he's a self-taught legend. He is a bedroom legend. He has had, I can hear just based off of this playing, he has had minutes at a time where he sounded friggin' good. And he knows it, and he's heard this before, and people have told him, yo, that actually sounded pretty darn good. And I get it. But you could tell that right now, this playing is very much index ring stuff. And he's still doing a lot of little, like, blues box sort of things. He is a pentatonic player who has a pretty decently good ear and has refined that down to sounding pretty good. But he doesn't know what chords he's playing through. I can tell you that much. He knows what keys he's in, generally, but he does not know what chords he's playing through, and I don't think anyone can tell him, even with that chord chart in front of him. Okay, so I mean, the big thing here is he's got the magic fingers. I've actually played with a guy who was like this once, where dude didn't know any theory at all, and then like would just dust off these like licks, and I'd be like, "What? Where are these coming from?" Because he couldn't even tell you what key he was in, but he was like just firing off these really, really pretty passages at me, and I'm like, "Okay, well, if it plays, it stays. Yeah, let's go." This guy does not know what chord he's through, so all he can do is just fire stuff at the music and see what lands. There is almost a Uzi-like approach to this lead guitar playing. Rather than thinking of a phrase, thinking of a sentence, thinking about what you were playing in his sentence format, that honestly would play to the man's detriment because he is not really engaging with the music at that level. So we get just kind of like frantic bursts of notes. The chromatic half step up move, which look, jazz players for a long time have made quite viable. So I'm not going to completely fade it, but you can definitely see the yeah. You can do the John Coltrane. It's the little like what 1 2 3 5 1 2 3 5 2 little looks like that. But yeah, the guy's not actually engaging with the chords he's playing through. This is a big thing, right? Can I just stress this, y'all? Playing through the scale is one approach to our lead playing, but you want to stagger that up with playing through the chord in question. You don't exclusively have to play the scale. Sometimes it is more than sufficient to just lay off of note mongering. And this is always kind of the big thing. It's like, you gotta tell because someone just feels the need to play a lot of sequential notes and not repeat them because they're not too confident about any one of them, right? You know, it's not gonna be, because that would suggest you actually know what each one of these notes is doing functionally, right? It's gonna be more, like lots of really fast, just like really fast little bursty things, because you don't know what's going to work. And what you're hoping for, again, is that Uzi approach. If 70% of my bullets land inside the target, there are no survivors. That is the approach to this man's guitar playing. That evidenced briefly that he sort of knew what was going on, and it appears we have the answer. Our man is shredding it up on an Epiphone with a pickup through a Fender. Outstanding. I mean, he got through it, right? Like, it wasn't good, but he got through it. And I think really the big thing here is, okay, being honest with what your skill level is, and watch your own playing back, right? Record yourself at home. Watch a solo. Try to shoot a video of you doing a solo. Keep repping the same licks even if you have to, and get them really good. Make them look loose, because what you're seeing on the camera, whether you like it or not, is what the rest of the world is seeing. You can be a legend in your own mind, but the rest of the world sees a man in a poofy jacket who needs to comb his hair and put on pants that somehow match the jacket that's on top, who's playing through an Epiphone acoustic through a Fender Deluxe Reverb with a tone that's superior than you might expect with that kind of rig, but who's meandering, who's lost, who is struggling to get through this, got through that solo by the skin of his teeth. I remember that feeling. It feels good, but I felt more like relief when I was 17, 18, 19, 20, doing that kind of stuff and getting through it with the old men and being like, okay, yo, I hung in there. It's okay. I might be able to do this. Versus, yo, I just crushed it. I'm the best player on this freaking bandstand. Because he ain't. He ain't the best player on this bandstand. All right, everyone. That is going to do it for this version or this episode of On Stage Breakdowns. If you enjoyed this, if you like the video, like it. If you want more content like the video that you like, subscribe. Hey, I do teach a Patreon. If you want to become a legend, albeit a lessons legend, by all means, lessons legends, come join me over on the Patreon. I am doing stuff that I can't do here on the YouTube side. Breakdowns of masterclass videos, breakdowns of tracks, things that the copyright gods get pretty mad about here on YouTube. And I am also offering lessons over there. So if you want to sign up for lessons, you can do that through the Patreon, or you can message me right there. Until then, happy practicing, and guys, have a great day.